4 p.m. with me, Lisa Owen. Talk me through why you decided to leave the profession.
The moral injury that comes from knowing that you are churning patients through a broken system.
They don't know what a security cleaner is.
Our cleaners who go in and clean the rooms when people get discharged, they are also a security guard.
Your news, your views. Checkpoint with me, Lisa Owen, from 4 till 6 p.m. weekdays here on RNZ National.
Forecast from Met Service to midnight. Northland, Auckland and Coromandel Peninsula. Cloudy spells, isolated showers. Waikato Bay of Plenty, Gisborne to Wairarapa, fine areas of morning fog. Waitomo to Taranaki, including Rotorua and the central high country. Partly cloudy and there could be a shower for Taranaki till this afternoon. Whanganui to Wellington, partly cloudy. Isolated showers in Kapiti, becoming confined to the ranges in the afternoon. Nelson and Marlborough, fine. Bulla and Grey, partly cloudy, isolated showers, mainly in the ranges. Westland and Fiordland, mostly cloudy with isolated showers, turning to rain this afternoon, heavy at times in the ranges. Canterbury, Otago and Southland, partly cloudy with a few spots of rain for the Otago Lakes and Mackenzie Basin. Chatham Islands, mostly cloudy, but some fine spells. In the main centres today, Tāmaki, Makaurau, Auckland, cloud at times, isolated light showers as well. Northeasterlies and a high of 20. Tauranga, fine, and then some evening cloud. Light winds and 19. Kirikiriroa, Hamilton, a sunny day. Light winds and 19. The Whanganui Ataro, Wellington, cloud at times and morning drizzle north of the city. Northerlies occasionally strong, 17. Ōtautahi, Christchurch, fine apart from patchy morning fog. Then high cloud from afternoon. Northerlies, 19. And in Ōtepoti, Dunedin, it's a fine day with evening high cloud. Northerlies and a high of 20. It's 9 minutes past 7.
Ngā mihi, thank you very much, Nicola. This is Morning Report on RNZ National. Good to have you with us this Wednesday morning. Text us any time through the program 2101 with your views on anything you've heard this morning. Just over 2 weeks out from the budget, the government is ramming through legislation it says could save billions of dollars. The pay equity legislation, which is expected to pass this morning, will make it harder for sectors to make a pay equity claim and also halt those currently already in progress. The Prime Minister says the changes are not about the money, but the opposition says he's paying for tax cuts out of the pockets of low-wage women. Political reporter Russell Palmer has more.
Gender politics on show again in Question Time yesterday.
Why is his government willing to accept women in New Zealand being paid less than men for doing the same amount of work of the same value?
We're not. This is a government that's very committed to pay equity and ensuring that we do everything we can against sex-based discrimination.
Two very well-paid men arguing over the value of women's work. It all started at 11 o'clock in the morning when the Workplace Relations Minister, Brooke Van Velden, announced plans to make gender pay equity claims more difficult to prove. All 33 current claims scrapped. Even settled claims, after 10 years, can now be unsettled unless they meet the new requirements. Within 2 hours, unions had rallied hundreds to Parliament's forecourt in protest.
When women's rights are under attack, stand up, fight back!
But too late. The Pay Equity Amendment Bill was soon being rushed through under urgency. Here's the ACT Party Minister explaining the changes.
The previous government's bill significantly lowered the entry threshold for pay equity claims, provided limited tools for employers to contest broadly scoped claims, and enabled parties to choose from a wide variety of comparators to support their claim.
Claimants must now show their industry's been employing at least 70% women for at least a decade, up from a simple 60% threshold. They must also provide evidence their industry was historically undervalued. There are new limits on which sectors they can compare pay rates against, and employers will now be able to phase in payments. Labour's workplace relations spokesperson Jan Tinetti says it's disgraceful.
How absolutely shameful. And why is not every woman on that side of the House hanging their head in shame and standing up and saying that this is not good enough?
And for the Greens, Julianne Genter.
I am disappointed. I am absolutely disgusted, but I'm not surprised.
National's Louise Upston says the last government added unrelated provisions to the law.
So our government is returning it to be about pay equity.
Parliament in urgency to get the bill passed within 24 hours. You may be wondering why the rush, why the need to do this without select committee scrutiny.
We are progressing this bill under urgency because we have to move quickly to make the changes to the Act to ensure that the system is workable.
Might it also have something to do with the government's budget due in just over 2 weeks? Back to those two men.
Was the budgetary cost of settling pay equity claims considered when the government made this decision?
No.
But the Prime Minister, Christopher Luxon, soon amended that answer.
What I should have said was that while Cabinet received advice on a range of considerations, our primary motivation was ensuring the regime would be more robust, workable and sustainable.
Primary reason, sure, but there's a sizable secondary benefit, as he was explaining to reporters not long before.
It could be up to billions of dollars. Obviously that information will be budget sensitive and revealed in due course.
Act's leader